today to celebrate this incredible milestone, the grand opening of Playport, the first section of our long-awaited Phase 4 West expansion of Waterfront Park. My name is Deborah Belitsky, and I am the Executive Director of Waterfront Park. In addition to our speakers behind the podium who will be introduced shortly, I'd like to recognize some distinguished guests who are with us here today. First Lady Brittany Bashir. State Director for Senator Rand Paul, Rob Givens. Along with Rebecca Seidel, and Whitney is in the building somewhere. There she is, way back there. Hey, Whitney Meadows. Representative Emily Calloway, Representative Beverly Chester Burton, Representative Daniel Grossberg, Representative Joshua Watkins. I'd also like to recognize in absentia Senator Julie Rocky Adams, an incredibly strong advocate for this project who was unable to join us today. Jefferson County Attorney Mike O'Connell. Jefferson Circuit Court Clerk David Nicholson. Councilman Khalil Batchan, Councilwoman Jennifer Chappell, Councilman Dan Siam, I believe, is in the house somewhere. And if I missed anybody, please accept my apology. The Ohio River has always been at the heart of Louisville's story, shaping our city and connecting generations of people. Before there were roads or railways, it was the river that brought us here. Even now, the river serves as more than just a natural landmark. It's a space where community begins, where community happens, connections are made, and where the lifeblood of our city continues to flow. Today, we are taking another major step forward in our mission to connect people with the river by extending Waterfront Park within a 20-minute walk of over 10,000 residents. Today, we stand on the shoulders of my predecessors, David Karam and Mike Kimmel, whose tireless efforts to transform our downtown waterfront over the course of 30 years resulted in one of the most impactful projects in our lifetime. And today, we begin to fulfill the vision of Sherry Bryant Hamilton, whose leadership over a decade ago launched this westward expansion of Waterfront Park. When we embarked on this journey, we asked you, the community, what you wanted in your waterfront. You told us you wanted spaces where our children can thrive and learn in a healthy, inspiring environment. Your vision brought to life Playport, a first of its kind experiential learning area created in collaboration with Kentucky Science Center. Playport isn't just a playground, as you can see. It's an adventure that blends history, science, and play, inspired by Louisville's industrial and river heritage. And it's a place where all children can play and learn and grow together. None of this would have been possible without the incredible support of our partners, donors, and advocates. Allow me to express heartfelt thanks to our donors, the early believers who took a chance on this project when it was merely an idea. Our local, state, and federal elected officials who championed and generously supported the vision. The Waterfront Development Corporation Board of Directors, with special recognition to our chair, Chris Jones, whose dynamic leadership inspires us to think bigger and aim higher. Board member Ted Nixon, for his dedication to Phase 4 and for personally investing his time, talent, and treasure. Board member Kevin Fields, for guiding our community engagement efforts and ensuring accountability to the people we serve. the exceptional Waterfront Park staff, Ashley, Kelly, Katie, Cordell, Alex, Emily, and Vega, who never cease to amaze me with their dedication, brilliance, and creativity. The Waterfront Park Elite 8, I know you're here somewhere, our maintenance crew, Brian, Paul, Ryan, Antonio, Will, Nick, Xander, and George, who are in this park 7 days a week, year-round, to keep it beautiful and welcoming to everyone. Clinton Deckard, I know you're here too somewhere, with Construction Solutions, who has built all of Waterfront Park and who is an invaluable part of our waterfront family. Dawnetta Roberts and Angie Buckler for their passion in connecting us with community organizations and residents during this process. Mike Norman and the talented team at Kentucky Science Center for elevating Playport beyond a typical play space. Joe Haas, whose creative vision inspired us to think way outside the box. Our project team, MKSK, Hands-On Studios, Creative Machines, the Weber Group, EOP, Wittenberg Construction, and Easy Construction. David Allgood with the Center for Accessible Living for helping ensure the space is welcoming and accessible to children of all abilities. The Friends of the Waterfront for their steadfast advocacy and support. Louisville MSD for donating the land for this project. Our valued partners at Louisville Metro Police, the Jefferson County Attorney's Office, and Metro IT, with a special shout out to Preston Combs, who became a regular at our weekly construction meetings. And finally, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this celebration. Your support has brought this vision to life and made today possible. Now it is my honor to welcome Chris Jones, the chair of the Waterfront Development Corporation, to say a few words and personally thank our donors.
Thank you, Deborah. That is wonderful. You are amazing. None of this would be possible without you. Seriously, standing up for this, the amount of time that she's put into this park. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all our board, our staff, and the community partners Deborah mentioned that made this possible. So how did we get here, right? 10 years ago, David Karam sat down, who's our former executive director, sat down with Sherry Bryan Hamilton, and they had a meeting to discuss why not a westward expansion of Waterfront Park. From that collaboration, from that meeting, and from Sherry's dedication to seeing this waterfront expand, we are here today. And I just want to give you a little quote from Sherry, and it goes like this. I reflect on the knowledge that I have traveled this river, worked next to this river, played in and by this river. Will be my continuing goal to make the joys I experience of communing with nature in the Ohio River available to all young people, and to work to make one riverfront a reality. Today is the first step in realizing that dream with the opening of Playport, the first of 3 new sections of Phase 4 of Waterfront Park. It's taken a decade and the help of so many to make this happen, but I get the honor to thank our major donors, and I want to express my deepest gratitude to those major donors. First and foremost, the Commonwealth of Kentucky and our Louisville Metro government. Thank you. Thank you. The James Graham Brown Foundation, with heartfelt thanks to Mason Rummel and the board for your long-standing support of Waterfront Park. To Fran and Matt Thornton, to Brooke Brown Barzun and Augusta Brown Holland, whose grandmother, Sally Brown, was instrumental in the creation of Waterfront Park over 30 years ago, and whose legacy they continue to honor with their support of this westward expansion. Edwin and Mary Jo Geens of the Geens Foundation, with special thanks to Barry Allen and the board for their ongoing investment in Waterfront Park. In memory of David and Betty Jones, who were also among the angel investors in Waterfront Park 30 years ago, and whose legacy carries on with this project. Thank you to the Nixon family who are gathered here today. Mary and Ted Nixon. Ted, as you know, is on our board and heads up this project for the board. They're here today. To Bo Nixon, who will be missed. To Edie Nixon. To Sally and Thornvale and their children, Shepard and Liz, thank you all to the Nixon family. To the Norton Family Foundation, special thanks to Meredith Erickson and the board for your early belief and investment. They were the very first organization to support the idea of Playport, and it was those dollars that allowed us to begin the concept designs that led to today. To PNC Bank for your support in the educational signage and videos, the Macklin Family Foundation, Michael and Holly Norman, the Weber Group, John Davies, Louisville MSD, and Wittenberg Construction. Your generosity and vision are helping to shape a stronger, more connected Louisville. As we cut the ribbon today, let's celebrate not just Playport, but a new era for Waterfront Park. One that honors our history, strengthens our community, and creates opportunities for generations to come. It is my great honor to introduce one of the very first supporters and biggest of this project, our former AG and now our governor, your governor, the Honorable Andy Beshear.
Hey, I know you're watching the live stream right now, but I want to take a moment to tell you to check out this new book right here over my shoulder. Believe me, it'll be worth it.
Thank y'all. Well, good morning, everybody. And first, thank you to Deborah for your incredible work and for individually introducing us to everyone that's here today. Thank you to the board for all the work they've done, and to my friend of 20 plus years, Chris Jones, thank you for your work. And thank you today to the students from the Brown School and the Coolidge Taylor Elementary, as well as preschoolers from the Mighty Oak Academy, Louisville Central Community Center, Neighborhood House, McFalls Academy, and Majestic Scholars. We've also got folks from the Pillar program joining us. Let's thank them for showing us what this park is really about. It is amazing to be here today to celebrate the new Playport, the first stage of Waterfront Park's expansion into West Louisville. Y'all are helping us build our new Kentucky home, where there's opportunity and prosperity for every family, and where everybody has access to places that make our state so special. Brittany and I moved to Louisville and lived here for about 15 years. I'm pretty much the first person in several decades that ran for governor saying I lived in Louisville and I love Louisville. It's where our two kids, Will and Lila, were born, and where we started raising them. And they love to come to Waterfront Park. We got to make amazing memories here as a family, and that's what all Louisville families deserve. That's why I was proud to propose and approve in my recommended budget $10 million in state funding for this expansion project. And I also write a letter encouraging the National Park Service to provide another $10 million. They said yes. Because they saw what I saw. This work is transformative and it's long overdue for this community. Because of this expansion, 10,000 more Kentuckians will live within 20-minute walk to a park. It'll provide great experiences to families at no cost, close to their home. And it's more than that. Too often our playgrounds, too often our play spaces are built only for kids who can easily climb and jump and run. But we know that some of our children need a little extra help moving around. And if they can't play like their friends and siblings, they feel left out and they feel left behind. On Team Kentucky, we believe that nobody should be left out. That's why I want to thank Waterfront Park and the Kentucky Science Center for going above and beyond to make Playport accessible for all children. Families in West Louisville deserve the best, and if you look around, that's exactly what you have here. And we're seeing record-breaking economic success, but we got to make sure it, like this park, reaches every part of our Commonwealth. Folks, we are on the biggest, best economic development roll of our lifetime, which should bring prosperity everywhere. A record-breaking $35 billion in private sector investment, a record 60,300 new jobs created, We've broken our exports record twice, and when we get the numbers in this year, we'll have broken our tourism record 3 straight years in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We're working hard to make sure that West Louisville gets its share of that success every step of the way, because this community has been overlooked for far too long. That's why we've taken action, such as announcing Stellar Snacks, a woman-owned business that's making a $137 million investment and providing 350 jobs in West Louisville. That is the largest jobs announcement for those communities in over 3 decades. It's why I want to give a second thank you to Norton today for helping us open the first hospital in West Louisville in 150 years. It's a big deal. I want to thank Goodwill for the building of their Opportunity Center next door. JCPS for announcing the Hudson Middle School will be built on 18th and Broadway. I want to thank Simmons for what they're doing, securing grants to provide digital literacy throughout West Louisville. We reopened ElderServe, which is back up and serving seniors in West Louisville. And we're working at the Patty's Run flood pump station to reduce risks of flooding to over 63,000 Louisvillians. West Louisville is open for business, and it's our job to keep all of our communities moving forward. What we're seeing here today is a word that some don't want to say. It's called inclusion. It's making sure we send our resources everywhere, especially places that haven't seen them enough. At a time when our federal administration views diversity as a dirty word, we're standing up and saying diversity will always make us stronger, never make us weaker. We are always better with more voices and more seats at our table. And that's why I was proud last week to veto an anti-DEI bill that had made it through our state legislature, because everybody should be welcome in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. So thank you to Waterfront Park. Thank you for all the donors. Thank you for your work in doing the right thing and bringing this opportunity to so many families. With what we're seeing happening in Kentucky, with us climbing every list we've ever wanted to be on, with us getting picked first for all these major projects, it's not an either or an or. We can make sure that we move forward and that everybody comes with us, that nobody is left behind, and we lift up communities that haven't seen enough investment in a long time. Remember, life's short. It's our job to do good things, to be kind to each other. That's exactly what's happening here today. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is a strong advocate of parks and a true believer in the power of public spaces. Please welcome to the podium our Louisville Mayor, Craig Greenberg.
Thank you so much, Deborah. It's great to be here. I usually offend people midway through my remarks, not at the beginning, but I guess the Brown kids have to get back to school. So to all the kids at Brown, thank you for coming. We'll see you back here next weekend. Well, Governor, you and I live in a world where we deal with a lot of division. But looking out at who's here today and the amount of excitement that this project has brought, I think we've answered the question, what brings people together in Kentucky? And the answer is clearly great new parks bring people together. And that's just one of the many reasons why it's so inspiring to be here today, with people that are in the government world, at the federal, state, and the local level, people from all over our city, people from every different background of life, all different types of people that are here today to celebrate what this means for our city and for our state. There is such great positive momentum going on all across Louisville. You heard about a lot of it from the governor that's happening right here in West Louisville. And this project really brings it all together. This is without a doubt as fine of a park as you can build, not just in West Louisville, not just in Louisville, not just in Kentucky, but anywhere in the world. We'll put this Playport up against any other space. And we have it right here in West Louisville. I know that I wish when I was a kid there was wonderful places like this. And now all of us are coming together to make sure that this generation and the next generations of kids have places where they can learn, where they can explore, where they can interact with nature and learning and other families and friends in new, safe ways. We're doing that here in Playport, and we're doing that all across the city. Since I've been mayor, it has been an honor to make historic investments in our park system all across the city. We've opened the new Alberta O. Jones Park in the California neighborhood not too far from here. Right now we're building also just a few blocks away, the new Walnut Street Park. Just last weekend we broke ground on Ballard Park. And what I am most excited about, in just a few short months, we will open the best public pool in the entire state at Algonquin Park, followed closely behind by another public pool at Camp Taylor Park. I cannot wait. And so to my friends at Coleridge Taylor, I hope you'll join me and do some of the first cannonballs into those parks when we open that pool this summer. This park is also special to me on a personal note. Long before I was mayor, in fact, before I even thought about running for mayor, I was involved with we attempted to have a historic downtown revitalization project called Museum Plaza a few blocks from here. It was a very complicated project. And for reasons that I can still only barely remember, we had to buy a piece of property on the west side of Louisville to deal with some potentially moving LG&E transmission lines. Well, the project did not come to fruition. And following a call with David Karam, this was what, David, at least a decade or more ago, David talked about a vision to one day make this property that looked nothing like it does today into something special. And so my partners and I donated that property to Waterfront Development Corporation, and I'm thrilled that we did when you see what it has ultimately become here today. So just a few final things. Parks are great because it brings kids from the Brown School, from Coleridge Taylor School, from all the other schools that the governor mentioned together every day of the year. But it's also great for so many more reasons. And that's why we're going to continue to make investments in parks, and we're going to continue to make investments in other things that bring kids together and give them opportunities to learn, particularly early learning opportunities. I'm thrilled that the city has made an investment in the incredible Ahoy Children's Museum, not too far from here, in Portland. Kids are going to have the opportunity to learn about the history of our city right here at 10th and Rowan Street, thanks to a partnership with MSD. We have a wonderful local artist, Lori Blaney. I think Lori is here somewhere today, who is getting ready to do a mural about the history of the Falls of the Ohio in our city. That's going to be right here for the kids to learn about on these flood walls. That's going to be amazing. And also, parks are more than just about health and kids and exploring. It's also about creating jobs and economic development. You heard the governor talk about all that's happening. And investing in parks like this is going to do even more. And last week, I received a call from a local business person who wants to locate their business right here on 13th and Main Street. And the reason why? Because they want Playport and what's going to come in the future phases of this project to be their backyard for their employees, as they know that when they're looking to create jobs in our city, if this is your backyard, people are going to want to work at your business. And so parks are great for job creation and economic development as well. So for all these reasons, I join everyone in sharing the excitement of today. I'm so excited for people all across our city and state to enjoy this park, to enjoy what is still to come across our city. And finally, I have one request of everyone here today: to recognize the great work that Waterfront Development Corp is doing with Waterfront Park. They have been nominated by USA Today for the best river walk in America. I know everyone here today agrees with me that it is. So, After we're done, I know everyone's got a phone in their pocket, including all the kids I took selfies with before this started. But we're going to, after we're done, before you leave today, go online, search USA Today Waterfront Park, and cast your vote for Waterfront Park as the best river walk in America. This park and this expansion is making it clear that here in Louisville, Kentucky, we do have the best riverfront, we do have the best parks, and I'm so thankful to Deborah, to the entire team, who have made it a reality so more kids can learn, explore, and have safe ways to build a healthy lifestyle. Thank you all so much.
Next, it is my honor to introduce Senator Gerald Neal, whose district includes Waterfront Park. He's probably been at every groundbreaking and grand opening for every section of Waterfront Park since he was elected in 1989. Please welcome Senator Neal to the podium.
And that was the year I was born. The greatest river walk in the United States? Think about that. This development is part of the greatest river walk in the United States of America, right here in West Louisville. Think that. Think about it. I want to incorporate everything that the mayor said. I don't want to repeat everything he said because everything he said was so exciting. I think that you've already taken that in. But I do want to welcome you to the 33rd Senatorial District, particularly those who are outside of it. I want to always welcome our great governor and the First Lady. Come on. And I want to put my arms around, and we should all put our arms around this great mayor who has the best interests of Louisville at heart. I want to give him a special shout out. We all should give him a round of applause as well. Think about it. Playport, a vision into a reality. David Carroll, a guy that I worked with in the General Assembly. I knew he was brilliant then, and I know there's a whole team of brilliant people around him and those who will be taking that vision and put it in reality day after day. But my goodness, I never knew that it would be this kind of outcome. I didn't know that kind of brilliance would bring this type of outcome. But it's right here. We're living it right now. Think about it. Young people coming here. Imagination, creativity, learning, exploration. Right here. Through the vision and the reality that we now see and the collaboration between the Waterfront Development Corporation and, yes, the Kentucky Science Center. That is a great collaboration, and here's what we have here today. I'm not going to say more, there's more to be said, but this is a great day, and the sun says it all. God bless.
Our next speaker is the state representative for Waterfront Park. She has been an incredibly enthusiastic supporter and advocate for this project since its inception. Please welcome Representative Pamela Stevenson.
Thank you. It's a beautiful day, and it's beautiful because those children in the Brown School at Coleridge Taylor have shown adults what it is to be an adult. If you think about it, Whitney Houston wrote the song, I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. They've shown us that if we stay true to the golden rule, do unto others, be kind, love people, that we can have this. They have shown us that we can include everybody, the differently able, the people that are fully able, and even some of the people that, okay, my mother told me not to say that, but so even some of the people we don't like. We can be, they are the example for us on this day of how we should be as adults. Now, here's the secret. We're finally doing something for them. Yeah. Be a little louder, Brown School, because I graduated from there. We are finally doing something for them. Usually when we get in our adult rooms and in our adult conference rooms and we've got to cut a budget and we've got to do this, we cut everything that matters to them. Art in school, music in schools, playgrounds, we cut it. And we don't let them be children. So today, we are adults because we're letting children show us the way. And if you do nothing else, don't let this just be a moment. You got to see the mayor, you got to see the governor, and you got to have a beautiful day in the sunshine. Let this be the beginning of what you do for all the children in Kentucky. Let this be the beginning for being gracious for the people who took 10 years and they didn't give up. Some people do something for a minute and like, I'm tired. 10 years. All good things happen when we work together in beautiful Kentucky, doing the things for Kentucky families. That's all they want. That's what we're here to do. Kentucky, like the governor always says, Team Kentucky, a new Kentucky for all people.
Speaker may be new to Metro Council. He's been a longtime partner of Waterfront Park. Please welcome our councilman from Metro Council District 4, Ken Herndon.
Thank you so much. Now in the 11th week of my tenure on Metro Council, one of the things I found so exciting about representing the 4th District, which includes downtown and the surrounding neighborhoods, is all of the cool stuff that's already here. But now we have yet another fantastic venue to celebrate, and thank you all who made that happen. I also want to give a special shout out to my predecessor, Ja'Cory Arthur. I just got here, but I know if he's not here, I know that the hard work that took place to make today happen, he was part of that. Ja'Cory has always been very much in favor of anything that it benefits children, and this is certainly yet another one. I would just want to thank him in case he isn't here. If he is out there, I want to mention his name. Playport is not just a playground for kids, but a visual feast for all of us. This is the kind of creative, go the extra mile thinking that we need to apply to all of our public projects. I look forward to being part of that, more yet to come. I thank everyone who did this, made this happen. I look forward to working with you in the future, and thank you all for being here. And kids, enjoy it. We all will. Thank you so much.
And I'm just delighting at the children in the tube back there as we are all speaking so seriously up here. Finally, it is my pleasure to introduce the CEO of Kentucky Science Center, our partner in this amazing project, and my friend, Mike Norman.
Yeah, I agree with Deborah. The best press conferences always involve children. So look around. This is why we do what we do. This is fantastic. So it is an incredible honor to be here today as we celebrate the opening of Playport. You know, this project represents so much more than a new play space. It embodies the spirit of collaboration, the power of community, and our shared commitment to making science accessible and fun for all. From the very beginning, Playport has been a testament to what can happen when organizations, civic leaders, and community members come together with a common goal. Waterfront Park and Kentucky Science Center, we've worked hand in hand to bring this vision to life, ensuring that the space is fun, physically and intellectually stimulating, and a place of discovery, learning, and exploration. Through our partnership, we've had the privilege of contributing educational content that will enrich the Playport experience. Our team assisted in signage development as well as videos that demonstrate hands-on science concepts. You take that content and pair it with these amazing interactive play structures that honor this site's rich history. It's going to inspire curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking, all essential elements, Mr. Mayor, for successful early childhood development. And we are so passionate in wanting folks to do science wherever they are. There's QR codes that are part of the signage, and those codes link you to the videos not only while you're here, but you can access them after you leave the park. And I think that is such a cool aspect of what we're doing here at Playport. So I do want to say a special shout out to our wonderful friends at PNC for helping us make that happen. And I am so excited about this location. Our flagship is just right over there. It's just a short walk on Riverwalk. So you're going to see us very active here. You'll see us with our campers, leading classes, facilitating birthday parties. We'll be here doing science all the time with all the visitors. And this Playport is an incredible gateway to learning. It's a space where children and families can experiment, where they can imagine, they can grow together. It's a reminder, folks, that learning happens everywhere. And this is just the beginning. As Playport opens and continues to evolve, it will stand as a beacon of what's possible when we come together with a shared vision for a better, more inclusive, and more curious world. So on behalf of Kentucky Science Center, I do want to extend my deepest gratitude, Deborah, your amazing team. This has been an incredible opportunity and partnership. Thank you so much. All the partners and supporters have made this vision a reality. Special shout out to my incredible Kentucky Science Center team. I'm really blessed to lead that team. And then especially to everybody else that's here, all the Playport visitors. You're going to bring this space to life. So I'm excited. Thank you. Let's go do some science.
Thank you to all of our speakers. Honestly, it's been a challenge for me to hold it together, getting a little emotional. Playport is just the beginning. The entire Phase 4 expansion will add a total of 22 acres of beautiful new park space between 10th and 14th Streets, connecting our community along our waterfront. As we celebrate this milestone today, let's remember that the future of Waterfront Park and the connections, memories, and opportunities it creates depends on all of us. With continued support from our community, we can ensure this park grows, thrives, and remains a place where everyone feels welcome today, tomorrow, and every day thereafter. I want to thank you all, and especially all the kids who have joined us here today to celebrate this amazing space. I hope you all enjoy it. And now I would like to invite our speakers here to over to just the left of where we are to do a ceremonial ribbon cutting. And then we're going to bring some kids in. Oh, we're going to do it right here? Oh, we're going to do it right here?
Every note, every performance, the arts connect us. The arts connect us through joy and through awe, bridging cultures and generations. From intimate theaters to the grandest stages, the arts bring us together, reminding us that we're never truly alone. When we experience the arts, we experience each other. Kentucky Performing Arts. The arts connect us.
If you do nothing else.
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 Stay live.